Before we proceed this evening, morning, and afternoon, depending on where you are going to watch this from, let me make this announcement and make this to be very, very loud and clear to the world, because the ears of the world has been shortened to hear the voice of innocent people. Now I want to make it clear what these agent provocateurs are doing this time around, because they have fought you with conspiracy theory, they have fought you with instigation, they have fought you with killing our people to see if our people are going to denounce Biafra movement. They are failing. Now what they are doing right now, because they do not want Ohamadike to come out. Before I give you the message from Ohamadike this evening, I want you to see the image where there is a fire burning house and a fire and the people who look like Eastern Security Network. I want you to know this criminal in Finland is now dressing people through your fundraising, the cult groups in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, whom he gave gun to continue to kidnap people and actually, make Biafra struggle to look criminal. He will now go and bring pictures saying there are unknown gunmen, they have killed this police, they have killed that person, they have done this, they have done that. And he will now crop it with Eastern Security Network photos or people who look like Eastern Security Network in order to incriminate the IPOB Eastern Security Network, because the faction that he's created, they created him as a faction to actually incriminate the activities of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, that he may never come out. The same thing he is actually trying to do, knowing that when he incriminates the activities of our men on ground, that people will believe that our men on ground are the perpetrators of all these evil activities and heinous crime being perpetrated in our land by this criminal in Finland and his cohort. That is the reason why they bring these images together and say that these are not our Eastern Security Network. This is the faction that the criminal in Finland is using to actually make the land of Biafra a place of, violence. A place where when you remember it, you will be traumatized. That is the reason why he is actually bringing their picture to incriminate IPOB ESN. Those who are voluntarily, willingly protecting and defending your land. That is what they have done here. That is what they are doing here. The activities of this agent provocateur. Remember what Mazichina Sanworu said a few days ago. That is exactly what they are actually intensifying through the means of this image that they have actually made a collage of. Are you getting the point now? For those of you who are daft, who cannot reason, who cannot, listen and or comprehend, ignorant. Are you seeing the image in front of you? That is exactly what these people are actually, the narrative they want to start pushing, so that it will look like IPOB ESN is the unknown gunman, which Simon Ekpa is sending to go and kill police, kill people, and in order to actually blame it on IPOB. Because they know that most of these people they are killing, most of these police they are killing, they are Igbo people. It is war against Igbo people, for Igbo people to capitulate and denounce Biafra restoration and its struggle. That is the actually primary plan of what they are doing, but they have failed on arrival, because we are here to actually continue to debunk them. They wanted to take advantage of we being quiet about the agent provocateur. Now they want to call a bloodbath, scenario. They want to actually, in the name of sit at home, because they know it is a festive period, people will not sit at home. They want to use it to shine, to kill our people, and they will tell you this and that, but we are following them. Let's continue. Let's start this program. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, great and wonderful people of Biafra, lovers of freedom all over the world. I greet you according to your time zone and I welcome you to this program. While you are joining, share this video, invite others to join. We have, we're going to be real quick to address the issues that we are observing around us. Remember that we will continue to set the narrative. And these people who believe that they want to use IPOB to make name for themselves, who want to actually truncate the activities of IPOB through every means possible, by sabotage, by testing their popularity, by trying to give IPOB a bad name. When you want to kill a dog, of course you give that dog a bad name. That is the reason why I am here once again, this evening, this morning, this afternoon, depending on when you are watching, to actually inform you. You have seen the situation of things in Nigeria. People are struggling, people are suffering. Actually take yourself from your, within your area where you are domicile, the situation of that economy, then you compare it to the situation of that zoological republic called Nigeria, where people are actually feeding from hand to mouth, where there is no job, where there is no infrastructural development, where there is no regulation, nothing. A lawless country. And you can imagine how people are struggling, suffering, striving, trying to actually make an ends meet through their micro means of livelihood. And you see all those things, and somebody from Finland, a criminal, well-known criminal who ran away from the zoo, Nanyadam, decided now to come to tell you that you should sit at home for 7 days. Remember that we will continue to educate people who are daft. We will continue to educate those with no brains until they get one. Ever since 18 months now, we've been, or will I say 17 months now, we've been actually lamenting and exposing the atrocious behavior of this criminal in Finland. We've been doing that. Some of you who are out there promoting him, believing that we are actually jealous of the idiot, without you knowing that it is a good thing that people envy, not criminality. Anybody who envies criminality, that person is not a responsible human being. Because what you are actually seeing around the criminal in Finland, it is criminality in the highest order. I am so happy that a lot of people are actually now retracing their step after many months, many days, many weeks of being stupid, of being misled, of being ignorant. You are today picking up your pieces where you left off. And I will also make it clear that those of you who are still ignorant or ignorantly continue to follow the criminal in Finland, I am here to give you a message the message from Onyendu that there is no seat at home and there is nothing like the criminal in Finland being the disciple of his, because each time we say we will separate chaff from the wheat, you don't understand it. That is the reason why Onyendu made it clear that the criminal in Finland is not ever part of what we are doing. He is an agent. He is an agent, and he is not Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's disciple. He is Liar Mohammed's disciple and will continue to be, because he does not care about Biafrans. He does not care about the lives of Biafrans and their livelihood. He only cares about himself. That is the reason why it is very, very important that we started to counter this, his stupid, senseless order of sit at home. Because he wanted to take advantage of the order given to us by Mazen Nnamdi Kanu that we should not give him popularity. He took advantage of that immediately to start testing his popularity, believing that people like me will not come up to challenge it. Because as in very, very important, we know when to actually set a record straight and follow the enemy with whatever they have presented against us. We are Biafrans, and every Biafran who is a true bloodline will understand that the activities of that boy in Finland is not actually what is going to drive us to freedom. You cannot use killing, you cannot use making our people to suffer to give us freedom. Because what the boy in Finland, the criminal himself, a fraudster in Finland is doing is actually trying to truncate every means necessary that we will use to get our freedom. He wants to bastardize everything that we have as a weapon that we are going to use to actually show our grievances to the government, the terrorist government of Nigeria. While at it, he continued to truncate every claim and every evidence that we are showing to the international community that we are not a violent movement. All we are asking for is a freedom. And the type of freedom we are asking for, it is not a freedom where we will still be suffering from the activities of neocolonialism. Because our freedom is that freedom that will liberate Africa from bondage of neocolonialism. It is that type of freedom that we are asking for. That is the reason why they have sent this guy from Finland who is trying to jeopardize and destroy every legacy that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu left behind before he was abducted in Kenya, tortured and extraordinarily renditioned to Nigeria and placed in a solitary confinement. In a simple terms, incarcerated. And today, the IPOB and its legal team has been doing wonderfully well to see to the release of our leader, Ohamadike, the only man who have the interest of Biafrans at heart. The only leader that we know in Biafra land. Because this boy in Finland is a government agent, Lai Mohammed agent, Lai Mohammed disciple. He tried every means possible to incriminate activities of IPOB prior to the time when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. He said he instigated so many. He actually shared a nude of a woman. He actually did everything for the world to see us as unserious people. That is actually the reason why he did all that. And so many of you who are ignorant following him, for the fact that you've been ignorant in the last and the 12 months gone by, 13 months gone by, 15 months gone by, 16 months gone by, 18 months gone by, you were still ignorant of that the guy in Finland being a criminal. And today, because he set up sit at home, which is going to affect you, you decided to come up to act like you are better than others. You decided to come up and act like you were never with him before. You decided to come up to act like you were not promoting him before, using your platforms. May God Almighty help you, or forgive you rather. All of you who are partakers in this sin of this criminal in Finland, our land shall pay all of you dearly. Because whether you decide, of course, it is better for you to start now to retrace your step or never. Now, so many of you are coming out today to actually challenge the order that the criminal has given against people going to their work, and they actually trying to plunge the micro livelihood or micro means of livelihood that our people have to survive in this festive period. For you to see how evil the idiot in Finland is, for you to see how evil this guy is planning to, bring in our land, using even with Asare Dokubo and co. These people are people who hate Ndibo, because when we want to now separate it from Biafra, because every of his activities is in Igbo land, and you never for one day stood up to ask him, Okoko, where do you come from? You never did that, and he take your money, he used that same money to actually bring terrorism on your people, to bring traumatic event in your land. So many of you are quiet today because you believe that if you speak, the criminal ants all over the place, the erat of this autopilot criminal syndicate will descend on you to insult you in your pages. But the reason why you are quiet is because you never ever touched any of your family members. But very soon, it is indeed going to touch your family members. Because what goes around will always come around. When you throw a stone inside a marketplace, you do not know really whom that stone is going to land on their head. But I am here to assure you, I am here to tell you this evening, morning, afternoon, depending on where you are going to see this video, that the activity of the criminal in Finland is unbearable for our people, and he must be dealt with. And the spirit of our land, the spirit of our ancestors, the spirit of Biafra land is already dealing with him, and he will be there. If Biafrans did not capture him, he will go mad in no due time. Because those of you who are still ignorant today, I ask you a simple question. Everybody and anybody who claim that they are the followers and the lover of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and lover of freedom, you look at the criminal, the non-entity in Finland, a photo shopper in Finland who tried to be relevant at all costs. He can even kill for the sake of relevance. You look at him, he sits in his room in Finland, broadcasting in Finland, boasting that 20,000 people are watching him only to place your life in jeopardy, only to place your life and your livelihood in jeopardy. And you are believing him, because this is exactly your problem when you go to church. If it is having a lot of members, it means there is a miracle that is going to happen in that church. That has been your problem, and that is what you are bringing into this hallowed movement of Biafra restoration, because you are indeed a coward. You are indeed ignorant. That is exactly what I am going to call you this evening. And you've been following, contributing both your strength, your money, and you write junk in the platform of those who speak to actually protect the interest of this hallowed movement. I can assure you that every curse laid on the criminal in Finland, it is going to also follow you, because our people had laid curse on the criminal who claim he is fighting for your freedom. You do not understand the activities of a double agent. Now I am here to inform you that that criminal in Finland you see today, the way he is killing our people, the way he is kidnapping our people, the way he is incriminating this movement without any cause, it is the way he is going to lose his loved ones, because he cannot kill our innocent people just because he wants to stop this movement and while claiming that he is part of you. Now I want to ask all of you a question. He believes he is a disciple of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You, as an individual who is on that comment section writing rubbish, you believe you are a follower of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who made you to know that freedom is very important, who made you to know that there is something called freedom in this 21st century, and you believe you are his follower. And today, everybody and anybody who hear from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu becomes the enemy to the criminal in Finland and his cohort. If you go to see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and you deliver a message from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, you become the enemy. The wife of our leader went and see our leader and she delivered her message, she become the enemy. Or the lawyers gave a message, they become the criminal. Every other person, whenever you speak something contrary to his criminality, that the things that is, capable of plunging his criminality or making his criminality to gain contraction, you become a criminal. He starts labeling many allegations against you. He starts making, creating many conspiracy theory against you, and his gullible idiots, errats, will continue to promote him, tell him you are right, you are too much. You are actually promoting your curse. And that man has been standing alone. You never ask yourself, with the criminal group that they have groomed, they have been standing alone. They are not growing in their criminal groups. They are not actually moving forward. Rather, their numbers keep depleting. Each and every day they come online, their numbers keep depleting. And you ask yourself, you continue to actually tell yourself that this is the right guy, that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, doing what Mazen Nnamdi Kanu wants, or doing things that will exonerate, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. And you look at his activities, the reporters that you see in Biafra land, and you see that this guy is directly involved in this mayhem being actually perpetrated in Biafra land. Now I ask you a question. You that is in Biafra land, you've been ignorant. You couldn't actually look for a way to actually go to see our leader, Ohamadike one of Biafra land, to actually hear from him. because you don't trust those who hear from him. Now you trust somebody who has been in Finland, never made a move. You trust them, and each and every time they come and tell you one stupid information or the other that doesn't exist, you believe him. I want to tell you this evening that you are a big idiot. Anybody that is following that thief in Finland, you are a coward. You are ignorant. You will die of your ignorance. Because our people are dying as a result of your ignorance. And we are going to make it clear to the world that the zoo is doing everything they can possibly to use this criminal in Finland, working with Asare Dokubo and co. to destroy the life and livelihood of Ndibo, to be precise, because if it concerns Biafra struggle, those his activities will extend to where he come from. In Eket, it will extend to Cross River, Calabar, it will extend to Akwa Ibom, it will extend to coastal region, but it does not, because the plan, the contractor made sure that he contracted them to focus on Igbo land, because when they make Igbo people to denounce Biafra, the coastal region of Biafra will follow suit, because they believe that our coastal, brethren, they are not strong in this fight for self-determination. But they believe wrong. That is the reason why they cannot agree to give us a referendum, because it is their fake beliefs. But this time around, the God of our land has risen up against the criminal in Finland and his cohort. The gods of our land has risen up, and it shall follow him. It shall bring what he's causing in our land into his families. It is something that he can never run away from. Now you are beginning to understand the reason why you ask me so you don't have a job. Today you are using your platforms to actually ask questions. Both those who call themselves Umuyo, the time you are actually encouraging the criminality of this idiot in Finland, you didn't remember. But today, because this one is going to affect you, for you people to see and understand how selfish and ignorant you people can be, because you want to actually sustain your followers on Facebook and YouTube. You cannot see a truth and speak it the way it is. You will be beating around the bush. Today you are seeing the repercussion of that. Now you are talking. But I believe it is a little bit too late for you. But of course you have started the retribution or the restitution. We will see how far you will go with it. All of you. Because what you people have contributed, there is no sin that goes unpunished. I pity for all of you. But those of you who are trying to act like you were never with them, we know all of you. I pity for all of you. The things you do in secret, there are things that sees it. The spirit will see it, because the spirit will hold secrecy. So, whether you come today to act like you are neutral, you've been neutral, or you are now saying what we have seen, and we've been collecting insult, we've been collecting intimidations, threats all over the place from the followers of this criminal in Finland, believing that we will capitulate. They don't know that we are working with the spirit that leads this movement, the spirit of more than 3.5 million women and children who died non-combatants during Biafra 1967 and 1970. War against the British war against Biafra with Nigeria. When British collided or in cahoot with Nigeria, killed more than 3.5 million women and children, non-combatants, through hunger and starvation. Blocked the food supply. You people look at that, you think we are actually joking. You don't know the meaning of the oath that IPOB are into. You believe that anybody will rise up from their cocoon and come up and do what they want in IPOB, and we keep quiet because because we don't want idiot who does not even know who is his father to insult us on the comment section. That is because you are not yet ready for freedom. If you are in this freedom movement and you are actually scared of comment section irate insulting you, you are not yet ready for this freedom that we are fighting for. You are a coward. We take their insult, and that is our drive. We are not going to capitulate. We will continue to gain traction, while we will make them to gain contraction. We will exacerbate their problems, one after the other, as they have actually started or going to the direction of their doomsday. We will continue to exacerbate their problem. Remember, they have insulted anybody connected to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. The only man standing now for them to insult is Mazen Nnamdi Kanu himself. Of course, if Mazen Nnamdi Kanu come to a video today, they will actually insult him or challenge him, which so many of you daft does not understand. But we are going to be live tomorrow. Very, very brief. We are going to be having a live program where we are going to be touching on a lot of things. But for now, let me leave it here until we meet again. Don't forget, what goes around comes around. Whatever you onkonye banu dumiri ko ganya no kochi. Wanza na eloko oseno na aramano. That has been what you people have been doing, and you are calling it water promise. All of you will face the wrath of our ancestors. Remember that in Nigeria there is something they call I follow and I no follow. That is how all of you are going to pay for this crime that you are promoting through this criminal in Finland. You are going to pay. Direct and indirect. And those of you who knows the truth, you don't want to use your platform to speak it because you believe that they will give you water promise. I pity you. You are in social media believing that you are there just to, say what people want to hear, just like your pastors and priests are doing today. They want to tell you what you want to hear, just for them to make their money. You are in social media to do the same because you have followers. Ndoji, black people, that is how you are going to emancipate, right? That is how you are going to save yourself from this, what is going on in the world, from global colonization that is coming up. That is how you are going to save yourself. By lying to your people, by lying to yourselves. I pity you.